Hey guys, how's it going? I'm a third officer of a very large container ship, and today I'm gonna give you a tour of the place we stay. An accommodation tour of a very large container ship. To start things off, we go from the topmost part of the ship, of the accommodation, which is the navigation bridge. This is where we control the ship from, the navigation of the ship, the equipment, the steering. Going down, we go to the G deck, which is also called the captain's deck. So here you can have a view of the G deck. These are the cabins over here. Going below, we go to the F deck, and this is where I stay at, the officer's deck, and I will give you a tour of my cabin as well. So let's go. So this is my cabin. This is like my personal space where I stay, so I prefer keeping it at home. So there are lights, there's a projector on which I watch my movies and listen to music on. I prefer it like that, right in front of my bed. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the light on and show you how it looks like. But I usually prefer it dark. So it's pretty basic. It's not that clean. I'm really sorry about that, but it is how it is. I like it. It's not too big, but it's not too small as well. Here's the window where I can look out from and just enjoy the breeze, enjoy the view of the sea, enjoy the view of the sky if I want to. There are my shoes. This is the washroom. Hi, that's me. I'm sorry about that. So it's pretty basic, nothing too fancy. So from here, let's go down and let's go proceed to the other decks. So proceeding down, let's go down to the E deck. That is where the crew stays. Part of the crew basically. So we on the ship over here are 10 officers and 13 crew, 23 of us. So we stay in all of these cabins over here. So this is the crew, one of the crew and the officers deck. Coming down to the D deck, this is where the recreation rooms are, the officers recreation room, which I'm gonna show you right now. It's pretty good for what we have over here. We have all kinds of touch and computer for us to send emails to at home if we need to. There's chess, there is foosball, which I usually play sometimes. Pretty fun. Then proceeding further, there is a PlayStation 4 and a wide collection of games with it. There's a huge TV where we can watch movies on. There's a sofa to sit. It's pretty good if you want to spend some time over here, enjoy yourself, just relax. If we go to the other side, there's one for the crew as well, but let's just skip that and go to the C deck. So basically the cabins here are pretty similar, officers and crew. There is a slight difference, but it's pretty much the same. So this is the crew deck, the C deck, and here's what it looks like. Going down to the B deck, over here we have, what I'm going to show you is the laundry of the ship. So here first is the dispensary or the hospital of the ship. Coming here is the officers laundry. This is where we can wash our civil clothes as well as our work clothes. Going further, we go and see the changing rooms where we change our shoes and everything before we go on deck. Here's one for the officers. Here, coming next is the gymnasium. We have good equipment and stuff on board so that we can maintain our fitness and our health, and also for the people who like doing it. So it's a fully loaded gym with everything fun and nice. Okay, so proceeding further is the bond store. So basically bond store on the ship, bond and slop chest store is basically your alcohol and snacks and chocolates and stuff for whoever likes it, the amount of which gets deducted from the salary on board. So let me show you what all the ship's bond store contains. So here, as you can see, there are a few varieties of chocolates. There's Mars, Kit Kat. Then there are snacks for people who like. There are Indian snacks because there's Indian people on board for what they want. There are Doritos, there is Lay's, there are cigarettes for those who want to smoke. There is whiskey, there is beer. So yeah, this is basically the Bond store, and there's Pringles as well. So whoever wants to live like home, we have everything over here. So this is what the Bond store is about. And me as a third officer, I am responsible for the distribution of Bond and swap just under master's discretion. So that's what it is like. Proceeding down further, we go to the A deck. That's where the mess rooms are for the officers, for the crew, and the galley of the ship, which is basically the kitchen of the ship. This is the duty mess room for officers. This is where we can sit in our work clothes while we're on duty and quickly have our dinner or our lunch and our meals and go. Here's the officers mess room. That's where the captain and all the senior officers sit. This is where the junior officers such as me, second officer, the engineers, all of us sit. This is my chair, this is where I sit. Furthermore, let me go and show you where the pantry of the officers is, where we can make our snacks and everything. Proceeding further, let's go to the galley. The galley basically is the kitchen of the ship. This is where the cook and the steward make the food for all of us, all 23 of us on the ship. Going ahead, we go to the provision store where we store all the provisions for the voyage. Having a look at it. So we enter the provision store. This on the left hand side is the dry provision store where all the dry items are kept. Biscuits, spices and everything. You can have a look and see it's all stocked up for the voyage. Once we have a tour of this, once we have a look at this, let's go ahead and go and see the meat section. So we have 3 rooms on the ship. One is the veg room, one is the meat room, one is the fish room. So I'm gonna give you a glimpse of the meat room and the veg room. So here's the meat room. This is where all the meat is stored. We also store bread and stuff over here so that they don't get spoiled throughout the voyage. Proceeding further, we go to the veg room. This is where all the fresh vegetables and fruits are kept. They're kept at a temperature of 4 degrees Celsius so that they do not get any bacteria and they don't get spoiled. Once we have a look at this, the fish room is pretty much similar as the meat room, stored at minus 18 degrees Celsius. Going down, we go back into the galley and we exit through there, and going there we proceed to the last deck, which is the bottommost deck of the ship, of the accommodation, which is the upper deck. So the crew has a similar kind of mess room arrangement on the other side of the ship, on the same deck. So that's where the crew of the ship eats, and this side is where the officers sit. Proceeding to the upper deck of the ship, this is where we have the cargo control room, or on dry ships, container ships as we say, ship's office. This is from where we can monitor the cargo operations. Usually on container ships we monitor cargo operations from deck, but this is where the ballast console and the anti-healing pump is. The controls for the anti-healing pump basically are used for maintaining the stability of the ship, which I will give a detailed video of very soon. So if you did like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel for more videos, because I'm definitely gonna post more of them very soon, and I'll see you and your beautiful faces in the next one. Peace.